Yes. We've been flogging this issue of share capital. You know why? Because it's really very important. People think that it's just a case of let's get the company registered. In fact, how many days does it take to register a company? 3 to 5 working days, 2 to 4 working days, you know, those kind of stuff. It's so exciting when clients are just so interested in the duration it takes to register a company. What should be more important to you is the relationship that you are going to have to build after the company is registered. So let's take our minds off 2 to 5 working days, 3 to 5 working days, company registration and all that. I want to draw your attention to the fact of before you give out shares. Before you give out shares, like, do we really take our time to really think about these things? Or we just come in like most people do? They'll be like, okay, 1 million share capital. Okay, I have 3 shareholders. Okay, just do it 30, 30, 40. Okay, you now be like, okay, who will take 40? Okay, give me 40. Okay, reduce 5 from that person's own. Give that one 15. Let this one be 25. Let that one be, things like that. It shouldn't be that way, because when you're setting up a company, you need to realize that you're actually setting up an organization that has the lifeblood of the law. The lifeblood of the law. It's a legal person. It has a legal personality. So it's something that already has a legal personality, just like a human being, for example. You should not take the affairs of a human being lightly to the point that you just do things with a laissez-faire attitude. So I have 4 key points on what you must do before you give out shares, and listen carefully. Number 1, you have to determine the stake of all the parties, of all the shareholders. What are they bringing to the table? What does the company itself stand to benefit? Are they just bench warmers? Or maybe you just fill that slot up with popular names, pretty faces. CAC does not look at anybody's face. So if you like, use Miss World or Mr. World. It doesn't make any difference. You need to identify what is the stake of the individuals that are actually coming on board. That's rule number 1. So rule number 2, you have to set clear expectations. Don't just tell me you own like 90% in a company, you now give out 1% shares to like 10 other people. You are 11 shareholders, or let's say you are even 10 shareholders, for example. No, that's not the point. You need to have clear expectations. This person that has maybe a stake of maybe 50%, what is that? What are you expecting as a result of that person holding the majority say? Holding the majority say, the majority stake in that company. What is your expectation? So you need to have that in mind. You need to have clear expectations. Then number 3, you need a shareholders agreement. Did you read my lips? In fact, people be like, oh, shareholders agreement. The lawyers, they've come again. They want to draft something so that they can pay for something. Yes, we want to draft something so that people can actually pay for it, so that you don't have to pay a higher cost in future. If you are paying shareholders agreement at 100k or even 500k, for example, depending on the kind of company anyways, or depending on the kind of agreements in question, that could be saving you like 5 million or 50 million of disputes that could arise in the future. So it's very important that you have a shareholders agreement that details every nitty-gritty about how the shareholders are going to be relating in this new marriage of the company that you are registering. I'm trying to like force my voice, guys, but I know that you get the point. And the last but not the least, the last thing I actually want to say is that you need to understand the legal weight behind the rights that shareholders have. Shareholders are powerful people. They are not people that you remove. Like somebody just say, okay, I want to do reallotment of shares. Like you've not even spoken to the person that is on the document, and you just say you want to take out their shares. Shares are not taken out that way. It's something that you really have to plan. You need to sit down. You need to have agreements ahead of time. Maybe those agreements will state that you might necessarily not need their consent to reallot their shares. If they sign up to that, fine. But you need to have that documented. It's very important. I'm doing all of this so that I can save you the heartache, the headache, the emotional trauma that sometimes can arise from when people do not get it right. Just before you give out shares, listen to this video.